Hey everybody, Zuri here. And can you believe it? It's summer. So happy summer. And I don't know about you, but when summer hits, I experience at the beginning simultaneously this wave of excitement and woo, it's summer. And oh my dear God, half the year is gone. How did we get here? Time is flying by. And so this is your reminder to take a moment and slow down. We're all trained and conditioned at this point to, at the end of the year, to be reflective. We want to take a pause, think about New Year's resolutions or intentions, whatever we want to do. And that's wonderful. Why aren't we conditioning ourselves to do that throughout the year? And so, my invitation for you is to do what I like to call a half year reset, where I take a moment and look at one, what's happened thus far in the year, because that panic is usually around, am I getting everything that I want to get done? But are you also slowing down to think about, what do I need to be in gratitude for? What do I need to acknowledge myself for? So, first of all, take a pause and allow yourself to acknowledge living through this first half of the year. Because guess what? We are still in a pandemic. There is still a lot of craziness going on in this world. And for you to be showing up how you are doing some things right and you are doing some amazing things. And so stop, I mean, literally write it down, acknowledge yourself for what you've done, for who you are, and what you have to be in gratitude for. People, circumstances, situations in your lives. And once you do that, allow yourself to sink in and reevaluate, because inevitably the year just it takes off and it takes on a life of its own. And if we are not making the time to do these moments of reflection, moments to check in, it's so easy for life to continue living us where it's in control and we're not in control, versus us living life. And that's what I want for you. I want you to take back the reins and be the creator or co-creator in your own life. And so what does that look like? So that next piece and taking that pause is looking at, okay, I still have a half a year left. What do I want my year to look like? Taking into account circumstances that I may not have thought about, that have come into my life, ways in which my life has shifted. What do I want the rest of the year to be about? And not just in reaction to all that's happening. And what one or two things would be so amazing that I want to do, start doing, stop doing, change, create in my life? And I don't mean just create some big list of too much that we can't even come close to achieving. And that's what happens a lot of times with the New Year's resolutions, which I'm so not for. But what would be amazing? What one or two things would be amazing to create in my life? And not just think about and claim that for yourself, but to actually give yourself the time to plan for that. So, for those of you who follow me, know that my one of two things for creation was to do one of my major bucket lists and run a triathlon. And so how that works for me is I did claim that and start making the plan. And part one was I did what's called a super sprint, which is like a little teeny baby triathlon that literally anyone you could probably just about get off your couch and go do. And so that first part is acknowledging that I did do that and to stop minimizing. And I'm catching myself now, even just minimizing what a feat it was to do the baby triathlon. Because for me, it was super scary. I knew nothing about triathlons, how to, all the stuff you got to do and prepping and transitions. And so it was a big deal. And I have stopped to acknowledge I did that. This was a big deal and I did that. And now, and I also realized, oh my God, this is super hard. And it was fun and I successfully completed it. And I'm like, there's that much more training I need to do to stay on track to do my goal, because checking in like, yep, I'm still going to do the triathlon. I'm doing what's called a sprint triathlon. And I can now break it down. I'm committing to this date. I'm committing, this is my training program, what this looks like, so I know I can achieve it. So, what's that one thing for you? What's that one thing that would be a bit of a stretch? What's that one thing that's scary to you, or that one thing that would truly make a difference in your life? Whether it's even committing to do a vacation that you've never done, committing to do an adventure, committing to start a project that you've been wanting to do for years, that you've been giving and telling stories about. And so I really want to encourage you to feel into for yourself that one thing that would really move your life forward, for you to take your life to the next level. Because forget the scary part about it, forget the part on, I don't know how I'm going to do that. You don't need to worry about that now. What you need to do is claim for yourself what that thing is that I want to achieve for myself this year, that will stretch me, I will allow myself to expand the potential of where else I can go in life. Maybe it's even just looking for another job, or stretching myself to go for a promotion that I've never gone for. But I'm encouraging you to think about that stretch, because it is possible and you can build a plan for it. But don't let the lack of a plan keep you from your claiming your goal, because all you got to do right now is claim that you want that for yourself. And let me tell you, the steps will come, and talk about that more. So, wishing you happy summer, and encouraging you to take some time to do that half year reset, whether it's taking a couple hours for yourself, even go and do a little staycation and take a day for yourself and go out and sit at a park, or do something that feels good, and think about those things. And remember, one, acknowledge what you've done already, who you are, and what you've done in the first half of the year. Acknowledge what you have to be grateful for, what's already in life. And then go back and reconsider and check those goals and realign and see what makes the most sense for me for for the rest of the year, and what would be beautiful and amazing to stretch myself to achieve, because it is all possible. So, sending you big love.